Good morning and happy Monday. I just saw a video pop up that I did 5 years ago at this time, or at least posted it at this time. Wow, things have changed in the last 5 years. So we finished another UPW, getting ready to start another business mastery. And the great thing I love about the UPW is it takes us back to the basics. And you've got to always, or at least for me, I need to always remember those things. I need to go back to the fundamental principles because it's easy to get lost in all the fancy schmancy stuff and forget to do the basic things. So, you know, one of the things that we've always got to hang on to and put at the top of mind is consistency. Consistency is what drives results. You can have all the technologies in the world, you can have all the ability, you can have everything that's there, but the reason hunger is such an important factor in success in business is because it creates consistency. If you want to stay in shape, you got to consistently do the actions to do that. If you want to have financial independence, you got to consistently do the actions to do that. If you want to have a great relationship, you got to consistently do the actions to do that. Consistency is what creates results. So if there's an area of your life right now that you're not producing the result that you would like to produce, take a look at it and see whether or not you're consistently showing up. And if you are consistently showing up, how are you consistently showing up? Are you showing up really ready to produce the results, or are you showing up more like, okay, I'm here and I'm going to limp through this? Consistency is what makes those results happen. The people who generate outcomes that they want to in their life show up with an attitude of, I'm going to make this happen kind of no matter what. And that makes a consistent action towards an outcome. Take a look at somebody that's created a result that you want to create and see how often they work at it. Everybody that is successful in business and all talks about hard work. Everybody that's successful as an athlete talks about hard work. Now, they don't think of it as hard work because they love it. They love what they're doing. So to them, it's not hard work. But you really can't create great results in anything without putting in the time. You got to do the work. You got to show up and do the work. If you want to be a great parent, you got to show up and do the work. If you want to be a great spouse, you got to show up and do the work. You can't limp through it. It's got to be something that you put in the time and you execute on. So as you head into Monday, where's an area that you need to execute? Where's an area that you need to put in the work and make sure that you show up so that you get the job done? And you need to do it more than once. You're not going to stay in shape for the rest of your life by going to the gym once and working out like crazy. To stay in shape for the rest of your life, you need to go to the gym all the time. But here's how it works because of the power of momentum. And my metaphor is we used to have these things called merry-go-rounds when I was a kid, which was basically a flat metal plate that sat on an axis in the middle, and then it had these bars on it, and you would put kids on it, and you had to push it and make it go around. That was our game. And when you had a bunch of kids on it, it would take several kids to push it to get it going. It took all kinds of effort. But once you got that thing going fast, one kid could stand there and with one arm keep it going. That's the power of momentum. So when you start on your journey towards towards getting in great shape or towards financial independence, but whatever it is, initially, if you haven't done this, it's going to be hard work. It's going to be hard to get momentum. But once you get it going, it becomes almost effortless. It becomes just part of who you are. It becomes your identity, and it becomes a lot easier to keep it going. So understand that when you first start, it is going to be hard, but also understand it's going to get easier. And then there's going to be times where there's going to be, with that merry-go-round, if you turned your back for a while and came back, now all of a sudden it slowed down. Now you had to push harder to get it going again. And we do that in life. We get one thing going and we go to something else and we work on that. And then we got to come back and work on the thing that we had going great before. That's life. That's why we work on the wheel of life so that you can see what are the areas that you're doing great and what are the areas that you need help on. And that's a constant evolution. That doesn't go away. That goes away when we're dead. So if you're like, oh my God, I got another area of life that I have to work on, welcome that problem. It's a gift. It's a gift to get us to grow. Because remember, we're either growing or we're dying. And if you want the true happiness comes from growth. Happiness, fulfillment comes from contribution. Happiness comes from growing. It just does. People who are growing are happy, and people who are not growing are not. So when there's an area of your life that you need to work on, which there always is, welcome it and say, okay, great. Here's a new challenge. Here's something that I get to pay attention to. And now you get to push that merry-go-round again so that everybody else in your life can enjoy the ride. And you should hop on once in a while and enjoy it too. Have a great Monday, everybody. Thank you so much for popping on. Mr. Drehobel down in Florida. Tammy, so great to see you. I thank you for your message. I love getting a chance to do this, and it's great to have you on. I appreciate everybody who watches. Thank you for being on board. We're all in this together. Let's take care of each other.